To hear this broadcast online, log on to drgnews.com. Now, with the pregame, here's Ryan Oakland.
And thank you very much, and a very good Monday evening, everybody. A night of high school basketball coming your way. It is the second season as it gets underway this evening for Class A girls basketball teams. Class B boys get underway tomorrow night. We'll have Stanley County at Miller with the boys game coming up tomorrow. But tonight, the girls take center stage, and the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes will try to extend their season, as will the Crow Creek Lady Chieftains. Tonight, the number 2 seed in Region 6A. Crow Creek will entertain the number 7 seed in Stanley County. And we're glad to have you aboard as Jeff Duncan will provide technical direction back in our studio. Stanley County postseason basketball brought to you on KGFX by Farm Credit Services of America, by the Stanley County Booster Club, Cowboy Country Stores, First Dakota National Bank, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, and McDonald's, and brought to you in part by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Fisher Rounds and Associates, and Bank West. Tonight's coverage of our postseason game and within Region 6A, also sponsored by Max Corner of Stefan, by Venture Communications, and we'll hear announcements throughout as well from the South Dakota High School Activities Association. And our game brought to you within the broadcast by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, the Boyd Consemius Agency, American Family Insurance, Teton River Traders Gun Shop, South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Lynn's Dakota Mart, CHS Midwest Cooperatives, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto in Pierre. The one place to go, reminding you to stay up to date with the scores of tonight's game at the end of each quarter break when we give you that Wagner Auto scoreboard from Wagner's in Pierre. Ryan Oakland with the play-by-play. Of course, it has been a rough season for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. They'll come in as the 7th seed out of the 7-team Region 6A, 2-17 on the year, and losers of their last 9 games to close out the regular season. They'll play a Crow Creek team that has had their ups and downs a little bit. They're a high-scoring team, but sometimes the offense just hasn't been there, and they've had a few wins and a few losses. They just haven't been able to string a lot of wins together. However, they are the 2nd seed in the region with a very fine 11-8 record. We're just a little, as far as the wins and losses go, they did lose 6 of their last 10 ball games, including alternating wins and losses in their last 6. But they'll be coming in here ready to go against a team that they defeated on January 24th in Fort Pierre by the score of 80-31. So we'll take an opening break. We'll come back and take a closer look at this one when we look at keys to success. Got your starting lineups. We'll tell you who's officiating tonight, all that and more coming up in our pregame show as the Region 6A girls basketball tournament gets underway tonight. 1060 KGFX. We're on drgnews.com, and yes, we do have our YouTube live stream up and running. Go to youtube.com and subscribe to KGFX 1060, and you'll be able to see this game as well as hear it from Stefan tonight on 1060 KGFX.
This is Jameson from Oahe Federal Credit Union. Feeding South Dakota relies on people like you every day. People to take the time to think of those who may not know where their next meal will come from. This is why Oahe Federal Credit Union will be hosting a food drive that will benefit our local Feeding South Dakota food bank here in Pierre. Please drop off donated items at 221 East Pleasant Drive, Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Food drive will end February 28th, 2019.
McDonald's in Pierre is hiring. This is Stacy Lee, the general manager of the Pierre McDonald's. We are offering flexible scheduling, advancement opportunities, along with great wages. McDonald's in Pierre wants you. McDonald's in Pierre is looking to add more talent starting at $10 an hour. Plus, McDonald's Archways to Opportunity provides eligible employees online program to get your high school diploma for free. Tuition assistance up to $3,000 a year and scholarships. Apply online at mcdonalds.com/careers or stop in at McDonald's in Pierre.
When you're headed down the road on highways 34 and 47, be sure to stop into Max Corner near Stefan. Max Corner is your one-stop store with poppin' snacks in the convenience store, groceries for home, or you can fill up your tank at the gas pumps with 24-hour gas service. Max Corner also handles veterinary supplies, Pioneer brand seed. They carry a full line of fencing material, plus Gallagher electric fence supplies. Max Corner. Find them at the corner of highways 34 and 47 near Stefan.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home and devices back from their potential? Venture Communications is ready to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
Welcome back to Crow Creek Tribal High School in Stefan, South Dakota. The Crow Creek Lady Chieftains taking on the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes tonight. But Brian Oakland on play-by-play. We do have one other Region 6A contest going on the Dakota Radio Group, and we'll keep you updated on that one. That'll be the 4 versus 5 games the Chamberlain Lady Cubs entertain Mobridge Pollock, and that is on KPLO FM, also on Star 99 FM as we feed that one to both stations. Darren Boyle has the call on that one. Don't forget, on your way to and from the games all season long, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety urges you to avoid a kiss with death, and as always, plan a designated driver. Buckle up every trip, every time, too, from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. We start our pregame looking at keys to success. In this one, we did not have coaches' interviews tonight. Coaches are in post-season mode now with the Lady Chieftains and Lady Buffaloes. Talking about keys to success, though, for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. I think, obviously, just come out here and try to play your best basketball into the postseason as it is. Wins have been hard to come by this year. Just a couple on the season against teams that have similar records as the Lady Buffaloes have. Crow Creek is not one of those teams, and of course Stanley County did lose an 80-31 decision against Crow Creek a little over, well, about a month ago. I guess a month ago yesterday it was, and that was in Fort Pierre. Here, this one will be in Stefan at Crow Creek High School. But what's it going to take for the Lady Buffaloes maybe to come out with a victory tonight? I think what they need to do is control the tempo of the game. Take as much time as they can off the clock. They're going to need to be a team to control, as we say, control the clock, but make as much value of their possessions as possible. The last time we actually had the Lady Buffaloes on KGFX was one of their better games of the year. They played out at Wall and played right with a pretty good Lady Eagle team that day, lost 62-46. In fact, had a lead at halftime and held their own all the way through the second half as well. But that was a game in which Carly Leafgreen really got involved in the second half in the offense, and Carly was able to score 21 points. That doesn't really happen a lot. Teams tend to key in on her inside, take her out of the mix, and Lady Buffaloes are then relegated to trying to hit some three-pointers and relying on their perimeter shooting. So obviously they're going to have a good outside shooting night if they're going to have success this evening. And I did have a quick conversation with Adam Dannenbrink. Crow Creek does not go very deep on their bench. They don't have a big roster, but they do have 5 solid starters, according to the coach. So he says if the Lady Buffaloes can get Crow Creek into some early foul trouble, make them go to their bench a little early in the game, and Stanley County would like to take their chances with some of the folks, some of the ladies off of the further reaches of their bench. But obviously that's going to take some time in getting to do that, so they'll have to play a good defensive start of this basketball game, and hopefully they can hold Crow Creek down offensively. But I think that's the other key in this game, is keep a high-scoring offense in Crow Creek from being able to run up the score. Crow Creek will be hitting some three-pointers, but they can work some things inside as well, and certainly can run the floor in transition. Stanley County will have to be aware of that when we look at keys to success. We'll look at some Crow Creek keys to success, though, after we take a listen to this. Your keys to success are brought to you by the Boyd Consemius Agency and American Family Insurance. And Pierre, back after this 30-second timeout from the Region 6A on KGFX.
Being a small farmer has never been tougher.
Dan Webmuller is a farmer and an American Family Insurance customer.
So it's good that American Family Insurance covers just what I need, because our dream is to become a century farm, a farm that's been in our family 100 years, and pass this life on to the next generation.
American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact the Boyd Consemius Agency, Inc. in Pierre and Phillip.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin 53783.
Back with more keys to success from the Boyd Consemius Agency for the home team tonight, the Lady Chieftains of Crow Creek Area High School. As Crow Creek is, like we said, up and down a little bit, especially in the second half of the season. A team that I think if they want to go further into the postseason, in addition to just 1 or 2 games, I think they're going to have to find some consistency, not only on the offensive end, but find a way to hold teams down. On the defensive end, they've got to try to keep from putting as many points on the board, their opponents, I should say, as what they've been giving up. Now, Crow Creek has been able to handle some of the teams that have had their struggles this season, but they do come in to this game off of a loss at St. Francis, in a game in which they gave up 74 points, losing 74-65. They had a loss at Lower Brule, 68-50 recently. And as we continue to struggle with the cough, we'll apologize for that, but also with losses to Pine Ridge. Obviously, Pine Ridge, a very good ball club, but some of those teams that Crow Creek is going to have to get by if they're going to go deeper into the postseason. They need to get better effort, I think, on the defensive end, and I think that's something they probably should be working on tonight, as obviously they'll be a big favorite in this game, and if things go well and if they take care of business, they'll be the team moving on, but they're, again, going to have to work on some of their defensive efforts and trying to keep teams from getting as much on the board as they can. So that's the first key to success. Of course, tonight, in being a heavy favorite in this game, Crow Creek will have to just make sure they're not looking past anybody. You never want to do that once you get into the postseason, because before you know it, each game that could be your last may become your last, and that's the one thing that Crow Creek will have to make sure that that they do come out here and take care of business the way that they're capable of. This is a team that had some real good runs of victories and some really fine play earlier in the season, but again, just a little more inconsistent, I think, over the course of the second half of the season. But renewed focus, probably what Crow Creek will be coming out here tonight with tonight. Those are keys to success that are brought to you by the Boyd Consemius Agency, American Family Insurance and Peer. Let's take a 60-second break. Starting lineups are coming up next as you listen to high school basketball on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The key to a successful hunt begins at Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. They carry a large variety of reloading equipment, cleaning supplies, and firearms accessories. They also sell and deliver Liberty gun safes. See Teton River Traders Gun Shop for all your gunsmithing needs, including custom-built firearms. Stop in today. Teton River Traders Gun Shop, located west of Highway 1434 in Fort Pierre.
Back in Stefan as we continue pregame festivities. They'll be going to our national anthem and presumably the Lakota flag song coming up here shortly. But quick run through the starting lineups that are brought to you by Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. The Stanley County Lady Buffaloes start with Taylor Stroop, a 5'4 junior, along with Cedar Scott, a 5'6 senior in the backcourt, as well as Jada Tibbs, the 5'2 junior. Up front, Tatum Bush is a 5'8 junior, and Carly Leafgreen, the 6' junior, for head coach Adam Dannenbring in the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes. Starting lineup for the Crow Creek Lady Chieftains: Sarah Hunter is a 5'4 senior. Audrey Drapo is a freshman at 5'3. Rosie Drapo, a freshman at 5'2. Very small backcourt with a 3-guard set, but up front, 2 good ones. Cheney Hall is a 5'8 senior, and Marvine Ross, a 5'9 senior for the 11-8 Crow Creek Lady Chieftains and their head coach, Siobhan Stepp, assisted by Autumn Fallis and former Stanley County Lady Buffalo, Mariah Sazu. Those are your starting lineups that are brought to you by Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. The other starting lineup to bring to you is the naming of tonight's game officials. They are our law on the court and sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. We can listen to them first, and the South Dakota Attorney General's Office will tell you who the guys in stripes are when we return after this important message on KGFX.
Every day, you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
South Dakota Attorney General's Office gives us our law on the court tonight. Guys that are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball and assigned to cover games in the Region 6A Girls Basketball Tournament. Tonight's guys in stripes are Corey Edson, Jeff Turninghardt, and Mark Ulrich, our game officials that are brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. Again, Mark Ulrich, Jeff Turninghardt, Corey Edson. Tonight's game officials brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Once again, Chamberlain is hosting Mobridge Pollock. That's the 4 versus 5 game. The winner of that game on Thursday night will take on the top seed, Miller Lady Rustlers, in the Region 6A tournament. Miller gets the night off with the rest of the 6 teams in action. The other game in the region tonight is the number 3 seed Cheyenne Eagle Butte as they play host to the number 6 seed McLaughlin Lady Mustangs. That game is in Eagle Butte tonight. The winner of that game will take on the winner of this game at the site of the higher seed on Thursday night. And so if Crow Creek wins this game, they will host the winner of that McLaughlin Cheyenne Eagle Butte game on Thursday. If Stanley County should happen to win this game, they would go to wherever, either McLaughlin or Cheyenne Eagle Butte for a game on Thursday. And then after that, those games are complete. Then the Sodac 16 games would be played the week to follow. We take a 2-minute timeout, and we are back with more high school basketball, the Region 6A on KGFX.
Weather brought to you by Lee Kinney at Bank West Insurance in Oneida and Pierre. For personal service and personal solutions, call Lee Kinney at Bank West Insurance, protecting what matters
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. The Pierre Lady Governor basketball team of 1982 provided Pierre with its first ever Girls State Basketball Championship. The title game in Huron that year was a matchup of the up-and-coming girls program from Pierre against one of the state's finest in Yankton. The two teams had split during the 2 regular season matchups, but the third time was a charm as the Lady Govs beat Yankton to win the Class A title. The 1982 Lady Govs, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects, and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
Everyone has a reason for choosing their lender. And if you're in the business of agriculture, you'll find more reasons for choosing Farm Credit Services of America. Along with attractive rates and convenient services, we offer unsurpassed expertise. We also deliver cashback dividends. No other lender gives back to its customer owners like we do. We are Farm Credit Services of America. Agriculture works here.
The Stanley County Booster Club provides financial support to all students and teachers of Stanley County through their Wish List program. Over the past 10 years, they have given back over $115,000. They support all areas, including academic, athletic, the arts, and technology. These funds are mostly raised through operating the concession stand, and you don't have to be a member to lend a hand. Your help would be greatly appreciated. Find information on their Facebook page. The Stanley County Booster Club, proud to be SC.
Welcome back to Stefan as we get going. High school basketball in the Region 6A girls basketball tournament is underway. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Our opening tip controlled by the Crow Creek Lady Chieftains and brought to you by the folks at Lynn's Dakota Mart stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Stepping outside the arc to put an end to the first possession of the night are the Lady Chieftains and Cheney Hall, the 5'8 senior. Going to be a good one to keep an eye on throughout the evening. Lady Buffaloes break the press as they work it inside to Carly Leafgreen. Taylor Stroop will bring it back out to reset. Lady Buffaloes from our left to right, wearing road purple with the white numbers and gold trim. They get it inside Stroop to Carly Leafgreen. No good on the first attempt, but the second one is good. As an offensive rebound and a putback is good as she goes. The Lady Buffaloes get offensive production on their first possession of the night. Chieftains in home white tonight with the black numbers. Red trim as well outside with another three ball. It's up no good, but a nice keep alive, and losing her glasses on the rebound was Rosie Droppo off of the miss from Audrey Droppo. Official play stoppage, just a minute gone by in this one. 6:52 left in the first period. 3-2, Crow Creek out in front. With the three-pointer down from Cheney Hall. She's got it now over on the right side, but Jada Tibbs sees the pass coming. Will pick the pocket. Jada goes one-on-one against Sarah Hunter. No good. Unable to hit a layup. And also, well, here's Jordan Sosa with a takeaway, but Stanley County had another opportunity as well, but unable to hit. I believe Taylor Stroop, but still a takeaway here from Jada Tibbs. Now Cedar Scott fires at three and swishes it. Cedar Scott from long range giving the Lady Buffaloes their first lead, 5-3, 6:10 to play, first quarter. And a pass at the top of the key over the outstretched hands of Cheney Hall, but here's a takeaway and a shot is up and in on a layup by Marvine Ross. So the teams traded turnovers. Marvine Ross puts a layup home. She gets fouled by Taylor Stroop and will go to the free throw line to try to finish off a three-point play. Nice play defensively by Ross. And the free throw rather is good. First attempt of the night for either team from the stripe. And a three-point play the old-fashioned way for Crow Creek that gives them the lead back at 6-5. Lady Buffaloes break the press. Jordan Sosa starting in place of Tatum Bush tonight, but missing from short range. Crow Creek down with the rebound, heading the other direction. And up and in. With it is Cheney Hall from the left side. Good ball movement under the basket. Now Stanley County will be induced into a turnover in the backcourt. And again, there's that defense that Crow Creek's going to have to employ if they want to make things happen for themselves, if they go deeper into the postseason. So, bit of a slow start, I think, in that regard, but coming back, they're starting to pick things up. Here's Ross with a three-pointer. That's no good. Leafgreen down with the rebound. Lady Buffaloes will head left to right across the timeline, trying to cut into an 8-5 lead. Inside the pass to Jordan Sosa. Shot is up and good with a turnaround, fed by Taylor Stroop. 8-7, good start offensively for both teams despite a couple of turnovers. Ross down low. And Rosie Droppo gives it to Audrey Droppo. They'll reset. Lady Chieftains inside looking for Ross. Can't keep it in play. It was saved actually by Cheney Hall into the hands of Rosie Droppo. And then a shot by Ross in the lane is up no good. And the Lady Chieftains will lose it out of bounds. Good hustle under the basket there from Marvine Ross, or rather Cheney Hall, who saved it. Chieftains were able to keep it alive for a bit, but unable to convert. They still lead 8-7. As we are just underway, Stroop on the left wing gets it back to Jada Tibbs. Now, right side up top. Cedar Scott down low to Stroop, unable to hit, and over the top on a rebounding attempt will be Carly Leafgreen. That'll be her first personal. Second team foul for Stanley County. And Crow Creek with an 8-7 lead. We'll look to add. 4.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Just underway, the Region 6A getting underway. There's a 3-ball in the corner. It's up and good. That is Audrey Drapo, the 5'3" freshman. A small backcourt and a young backcourt as well. There's a half-court steal, but Ross unable to keep it alive, dribbles it out of bounds. Stanley County will get to keep it. 11-7, Crow Creek with the lead. So if these young ladies can stick with the program here at Crow Creek with 2 freshmen in the backcourt, they seem that can do some things with that for years to come. Taylor Stroop will step inside the free throw line. Shot is up, but no good. Ross down with a rebound. Chieftains quickly up the floor, and a layup on the scoop, no good, but Sarah Hunter will be tripped up, and she'll go to the free throw line. Cedar Scott just a step late on the defense. Quickly running the floor in transition, Lady Chieftains out of the miss of that basket, or the shot attempt by Taylor Stroop. First of 2 is up and good for Sarah Hunter. Tatum Bush will check in for the first time in place of Jordan Sosa. Carly O'Connor also will step on the floor for the first time, a 5'7" sophomore, as Cedar Scott gets her first break of the night. 12-7, Crow Creek, 3:46 to go first quarter. Second free throw is good. Sarah Hunter will get 2 for 2. Her first 2 points of the night. The lead up to 6 now, and a backcourt violation here as O'Connor waited for Stroop to come and get the ball to set up the offense, but Stroop's last steps were in the backcourt. And a violation called that'll give Crow Creek the lead back after a 30-second timeout called by Stanley County, 13-7. Crow Creek leading with 3:41 to go in the first period. We're back in 30 to the Region 6A on KGFX.
If your checking account earns little or no interest and charges you ATM fees galore, isn't it time for a new checking account? At Bank West, E-Plus checking customers earn a great interest rate and never pay ATM fees. Can your current checking account do that? Switching to E-Plus is easy. Visit us online at bankwest-sd.bank or work with a friendly staff at one of our convenient locations. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Crow Creek with 5 in a row, and with the basketball coming out of a Stanley County timeout. A runner up by Drapo, no good. Rosie keeps it alive into the hands of Audrey Drapo, and a second chance for the Lady Chieftains inside. Leafgreen gets a block, this time though on Audrey Drapo. Audrey's outside looking for 3 now. Right side, it's up, no good, and it'll dance across into the hands of Carly O'Connor. Still 13-7. Buffalo's back with it. Again, we'll keep you covered on at least Chamberlain and Mobridge Pollock. Here's a tip and a takeaway. Audrey Drapo ahead to Rosie. Drapo puts it up and in traffic. Nice again. A nice job with the transition. Lady Buffs across the timeline, but we've got a blocking foul out at half court, and Crow Creek will be whistled for their first team foul. This will be Marvine Ross with the infraction. 15-7 now, Crow Creek, starting to get some breathing room here early. 2:45 still to go in the first period. Here's O'Connor, or rather Leafgreen underneath Bush, no good. Tatum got her own rebound and is fouled on the way back up. And this will be 33, Cheney Hall, with her first personal foul, second team foul for the Lady Chieftains. So here's Bush at the free throw line. First one is up and good. Swish that one on through. Cedar Scott checking back in. Jada Tibbs will catch a break for the Lady Buffaloes. A 7-0 run by Crow Creek ended with that first free throw by Bush. Can't get the second one, though, off the back iron. Sarah Hunter down with the rebound, and here come the Lady Chieftains. Right to left for Crow Creek. Nice pass underneath, and a good shot is up and in for Marvine Ross. Lady Buffs just staying straight up defensively. Passes across the timeline. Ross helped out by her own bench off of the hustle play. To stay back out on the court. Here's 3 for O'Connor off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound is tipped, and Hunter comes down with it. And right away, the Lady Chieftains looking to run as quickly as possible. Nice pass as Ross feeds Droppo. Rosie unable to hit, however. And we'll head the other way. Stanley County down with it. Stroop will put it in motion to Scott. Back across the way to O'Connor. Inside of the high post, but Leaf Green's pass will be tipped and taken away. Another steal. This is 5 turnovers by the Lady Buffaloes. Marvine Ross getting her second steal of the night. Minute and a half to go. First quarter. Crow Creek will slow it up a little bit here, leading 17-8. Penetration from the right side, back out on top to Ross, and zips one inside, but through the hands of Audrey Droppo. It'll go out of bounds. Droppo, I don't know if she was expecting that one as quickly as it came, but Marvine Ross threaded the needle with the basketball that time. Carly Leaf Green out, Jada Tibbs back in. And a minute 15 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Buffaloes 2-17 on the season, wins over Jones County and Bennett County. Crow Creek got off to a great start this year, went all the way to the championship game of the LNI tournament in December out in Rapid City. Jordan Sosa's back in, and her pass is tipped and stolen. Siobhan Stepp going to take a timeout here for the Lady Chieftains on the way up the floor, so we'll have a quick play stoppage here. 30-second break and 58 seconds to play in the first with Crow Creek up by 9 on KGFX.
There is a reason they call it Champs Chicken. It knocks out the competition hands down. Stop by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre and pick up a 12-piece bucket of Champs Chicken for just $17.99. Cowboy Country Stores features pizza, appetizers, coffees, cappuccino, and lattes. Cowboy Country Stores on Harrison and in Fort Pierre serve breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Eggs, omelets, breakfast meats and toast, breakfast pizzas. Right now, sausage, ham, or bacon croissants are 2 for $5. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Back in Stefan, 17-8 as we enter the final minute of quarter number 1. Crow Creek out to a 9-point advantage, looking for more, coming out of their own timeout. As they work it over across the way to Marvine Ross. One-on-one against Carly O'Connor. Top of the hour with Cheney Hall. She'll set a screen. Sarah Hunter will drive right side. Coming down on 10 to shoot, but a quick runner up off the glass, no good. Ross tipped and pushed from behind on the rebound. And to the free throw line will go Marvine Ross. Jordan Sosa's first personal. Team foul number 4. Carly Leaf Green will get a chance to come back in, along with Taylor Stroop. Ross to shoot a pair, gets the roll on the first one. Crow Creek 4 for 4 so far from the free throw line, and they lead by 10 for the first time. As Sosa and O'Connor will check out. 22 seconds, make it 32 seconds to play. Here in quarter number 1, Ross's second free throw is in and out. No good this time. Tatum Bush will bring down the rebound. Tibbs will leave it to Taylor Stroop to set up the offense, left to right. Stroop across to Cedar Scott. Nice pass on the back door to Carly Leaf Green, but Carly missing on 2, but gets the rebound one more time and puts it up and in. Nice job in keeping things alive for Carly Leaf Green. We'll get that third shot to go, her second field goal of the game, and a 3-ball at the buzzer reined in from the right side by Cheney Hall, her second of the quarter, and on the Wagner-Auto scoreboard, 1 quarter in the books, and Crow Creek will lead Stanley County 21-10. Wagner-Auto appear the one place to go as we break for 60 seconds in quarter number 2. Coming up next, you're listening to the Region 6A Girls Basketball Tournament on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
When you're headed down the road on highways 34 and 47, be sure to stop into Mac's Corner near Stefan. Mac's Corner is your one-stop store with poppin' snacks in the convenience store, groceries for home, or you can fill up your tank at the gas pumps with 24-hour gas service. Mac's Corner also handles veterinary supplies, Pioneer brand seed. They carry a full line of fencing material, plus Gallagher electric fence supplies. Mac's Corner. Find them at the corner of highways 34 and 47 near Stefan.
Welcome back to Crow Creek High School, Stefan, as we get going into the second period. Crow Creek hitting 3 threes in that first period of play, getting out to a 21-10 lead. Lady Buffaloes with the first possession, work it inside to Carly Leafgreen, but Carly off the mark and trying to get one off the glass. Carly having a few struggles, 2 out of 6 so far. Here's a 3 for Rosie Drapo, and this one will not go, and it will ricochet back and out of bounds. So the Lady Buffaloes trying to find some offensive consistency. Obviously, that's been a big issue all season long, but here in this game that could be your final game of the season, it's a time to try to get things working. A nice little pass on the cut, and again, Leafgreen will come up a little bit short. Marvine Ross down with the rebound. So the Lady Buffaloes are trying to work it inside with Carly Leafgreen, just unable to get much going so far. She does have 4 points, but has missed a few here and there. There's a nice backward pass, and Marvine, or a no-look pass inside. Ross to Hall, and Cheney Hall will put it up and in. 23-10. Crow Creek well out in front so far. The give and go. Stroop bobbles it, kicks it back, and a 3-ball off the glass, no good. Stroop with a foul over the top. Tatum Bush with the miss from long range, and Taylor Stroop will commit her second personal foul. Team foul number 5 for Stanley County. Here in the first half with 6:40 to play, second quarter. Drapo across the timeline. Crow Creek has not gone to their bench yet. Starting 5 is still out there, and there again is Ross. She's looking right at me, but she threw it inside to Cheney Hall. Up and in for 2. 25-10. Crow Creek is starting to open things up comfortably. They won the first meeting between these two teams a month ago, 80-31. Turnaround for Leafgreen and a foul called. Marvine Ross will pick up her second. So she'll have to be a little careful here. Team foul number 3 for the Lady Chieftains, and Leafgreen will put 2 up from the line. First one is good. 5th point of the night for Carly Leafgreen, the 6-foot junior. Carly O'Connor in for Taylor Stroop for the Lady Buffaloes in between attempts. And Carly Leafgreen through the hands. Jeff Turningart with some hard bounce passes to the shooter, but she'll collect herself and put the shot up and in. 25-12 with 6:05 to go here in the first half in Stefan. We'll check in on that Chamberlain-Mobridge game on KPLO and Star 99 when we get a chance at halftime. Here's Ross inside, back out Audrey Drapo, and now a 3-pointer for Cheney Hall, up no good. Leafgreen no with the rebound, and Ross able to prevent a third personal foul without making contact on that rebound. Lady Buffaloes lose it underneath. Hall comes away with it. And back the Chieftains come, right to left. 3-ball Drapo, no good, and a rebounding foul on the push is a little bit quicker to the rebound was Cheney Hall. Tatum Bush will pick up the foul. That's her first and the last for the Lady Buffs to give here in the first half. That's number 6. Still plenty of time to go here as Leaf Green will get a block on the inbound to Sarah Hunter. Carly's second block shot of the night. Jada Tibbs across the timeline. Scott will get it back to O'Connor. She'll leave it with Tibbs rather than pulling the trigger. Now Bush wants 3 up in the top of the key, and she hits it. Tatum had time on that one to stop and pop. The assist from Jada Tibbs and the Lady Buffaloes with their second three-pointer of the night, but they still trail by 10. Now Ross inside looking for Hall, and through her hands and out of bounds, turnover number 4 for the Lady Chieftains. Lady Buffaloes will take over once again. Under 5 minutes to go, 4:50 to be exact in the second period. Tibbs left to right is across the timeline. Dangerous pass. Cedar Scott will be able to bring it in at half court. Tibbs hesitates, gets around Hunter, gets around Drapo, goes to the baseline, and then tries to kick it out. It's tipped, and, they say, Corey Edson says Crow Creek basketball, but the officials are going to confer here. I think the tip was off of a Lady Chieftain. And it will be redirected, staying with Stanley County, and the shot clock stays in effect as well with 14 to shoot. 4:33 left to go, second quarter. Crow Creek led 21-10 at the end of one. Currently, as the inbound pass is stolen, 25-15 up ahead, and Sarah Hunter did take a push, but the shot no good. Ross tries to keep it alive and is unable to. Marvin had one opportunity. Good quickness, though, for Audrey Drapo to take that inbound away. Now a tip as Tibbs goes to the backcourt, and Adam Dannon brings sensing trouble. He'll take a timeout. A good one at that with 4:09 to go here in the second period. 25-15, Crow Creek leading, a 60-second break. And we're back with more of the Region 6A on KGFX.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects, and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
Everyone has a reason for choosing their lender. And if you're in the business of agriculture, you'll find more reasons for choosing Farm Credit Services of America. Along with attractive rates and convenient services, we offer unsurpassed expertise. We also deliver cash-back dividends. No other lender gives back to its customer owners like we do. We are Farm Credit Services of America. Agriculture works here.
Mid-second quarter, 25-15. Welcome back to Crow Creek High School in Stefan. Lady Chieftains on defense. One of them, Rosie Drapo, apparently got tripped up here, but Carly Leafgreen inside, unable to hit. Marvin Ross down with a rebound, working it inside. She'll get it back from Audrey Drapo. Lady Buffaloes again with attempts from inside. Ross will pop a three from the top of the key and hit her first from long range. The lead advancing to 28-15 again. Here's Leafgreen at the high post, outside to Stroop. She'll fire a three, no good. O'Connor gets the long rebound. Stroop asking for it back, and now a loose ball that'll be picked up by Drapo. Audrey with the takeaway. Audrey gets it back and hits a three. Audrey Drapo from Rosie Drapo. Back-to-back threes for Crow Creek, giving them a bigger cushion now, 31-15 with 3 minutes even to play here in our second quarter. Crow Creek suddenly catching fire once again as Jada Tibbs will drive. Gets it back, Leafgreen, now Stroop on the right wing, on the run, then the shot is up and good. Off the rim, off the glass, and through for two. Taylor Stroop's first 2 points of the night. It's 31-17. Lady Chieftains by a couple of touchdowns here. Drapo kicks it out to Ross on the right side. Driving against Leaf Green, will put it up and good. Marvine Ross with a nice first half. 11 points now to lead the Lady Chieftains to a 35, make it a 33-17 advantage. Here is Stroop on the right wing. Looking for space, finds Leaf Green, and we've got a travel. Carter got going a little too quickly. Jordan Sosa will check in for Tatum Bush. Taylor Stroop is out for Stanley County. Lady Buffs have a new player in that I actually am not familiar with. A number on the roster that I have not seen before, so we'll try to sort that one out. Meanwhile, Crow Creek has a new player in there as well. Here is Cheney Hall underneath. Leaf Green catching up and knocking one out of bounds. Natila Hislaw is in for the first time for the Lady Chieftains, a 5'6" freshman. Crow Creek will get it in. Cheney Hall gives it back. Drapo will drive, and a foul is called. I believe it's Caden's Hand, number 3, a 5'6", 7th grader. In the game for the first time, and she will commit the foul. First of 2 for Rosie Drapo at the free throw line. This one will rim in and out, no good. Hands first personal. Team foul number 7 for Stanley County, so the Lady Chieftains in the bonus the rest of the way in the first half. They lead by 16, they'll make it 17 as Drapo gets her second free throw to go. Minute 45 left here in the first half of play. Chamberlain was leading Mobridge Pollock 19-10 at the end of one quarter of play on KPLO and Star 99 of the Dakota Radio Group. Drapo gets another steal, and that was Rosie with the steal and Audrey with another 3. It's her third 3 of the night. The biggest lead of the night. It hits 20 for the first time for the Lady Chieftains, 37-17. Here's Hand back to Tibbs. Up top, Cedar Scott decides against pulling the trigger. Now Tibbs will drive. Nowhere to go, and she hits Ross. However, Ross will reach in and get her on the wrist. Team foul number 4 here for the Lady Chieftains, and the second for Cheney Hall. So Hall and Ross both with 2 for Crow Creek. As Caden's Hand will check out, Taylor Stroop back in. And an inbound coming for the Lady Buffaloes with 1:04 to go. Inbound with a good pass to Leaf Green, but unable to hit. And Hall will lead it up ahead, and the scoop no good, but Audrey Drapo will go to the free throw line. As the Lady Buffaloes just continue to get the ball through continue to struggle to get the ball in the hole. Foul on the floor goes against Jada Tibbs. Her first, and here is Audrey Drapo to shoot 2. The freshman puts the first one. That one will rattle in and out, no good. Lady Chieftains getting to the free throw line with some pretty good regularity here in the first half. Stroop out, Tatum Bush back in for the Lady Buffaloes. And a second attempt for Audrey Drapo at the free throw line. It's up and good. Audrey with 10 points, including 3 threes, 38-17. Crow Creek out in front. They led 21-10 at the end of one. Here is Scott. She'll find Bush over on the left side, but Tatum will bring it back. Now Cedar Scott again with a skip pass. The three-pointer is up, no good. And the rebound controlled, and a nice job by Natila Hislaw. So the Chieftains the other way. Sarah Hunter gets into the mix as she hits the 3. 41-17, all Crow Creek here. They're having quite a second period. Hitting those three-pointers with Some pretty good regularity. Here it's Bush from the left side. Now they'll work it inside through the hands of Leaf Green, but she collects it before going out of bounds and then tries to get it back to Sosa, but it's taken away by Hislaw. Up ahead, scoop is up and good for Sarah Hunter, just as the buzzer sounds, as Crow Creek with a good finish to an outstanding second quarter and an outstanding first half of play, as they will take a 43-17 lead into the locker room in our CHS Midwest Cooperative halftime break. The scoreboard, though, brought to you by Wagner Auto Company and Pier, the one place to go. It's Crow Creek 43 and the Lady Buffaloes 17. You're listening to coverage of the Region 6A Girls Basketball Tournament, the 2-7 game from Stefan on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
This is Jameson from Oahe Federal Credit Union. Feeding South Dakota relies on people like you every day. People to take the time to think of those who may not know where their next meal will come from. This is why Oahe Federal Credit Union will be hosting a food drive that will benefit our local Feeding South Dakota food bank here in Pierre. Please drop off donated items at 221 East Pleasant Drive, Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Food drive will end February 28th, 2019.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home and devices back from their potential? Venture Communications is ready to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
There is a reason they call it Champs Chicken. It knocks out the competition hands down. Stop by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre and pick up a 12-piece bucket of Champs Chicken for just $17.99. Cowboy Country Stores features pizza, appetizers, coffees, cappuccino, and lattes. Cowboy Country Stores on Harrison and in Fort Pierre serve breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Eggs, omelets, breakfast meats and toast, breakfast pizzas. Right now, sausage, ham, or bacon croissants are 2 for $5. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
The Stanley County Booster Club provides financial support to all students and teachers of Stanley County through their Wish List program. Over the past 10 years, they have given back over $115,000. They support all areas, including academic, athletic, the arts, and technology. These funds are mostly raised through operating the concession stand, and you don't have to be a member to lend a hand. Your help would be greatly appreciated. Find information on their Facebook page. The Stanley County Booster Club, proud to be SC.
Welcome back to Stefan. We're at the half. Our halftime break brought to you by CHS Midwest Cooperatives in Pierre and 6 other cities throughout central South Dakota. All Crow Creek in this one so far. The Lady Chieftains led 21-10 at the end of one. A little bit slow starting in the second period, but they got hot, hitting some threes and getting the transition going as well. They outscore the Lady Buffaloes 22-7 in that second quarter and currently leading by 26 at 43-17. Crow Creek with a nice percentage just ahead of 50%, 15 out of 29 in the first half, but hitting 7 of 13 from long range. And they've gotten to the free throw line and hit 6 out of 9 as well. 3 double-figure scorers already. Cheney Hall with 12 points to lead the way, including a couple of threes. Marvine Ross has 11 points. Audrey Droppo with 10 points, and including 3 threes of her own. Sarah Hunter next in line with 7 points, including the last 5 of the first half. And Rosie Droppo with 3 points so far in this game as well. For the Lady Buffaloes, they've been able to work it inside, but their shooting percentage is just not there. 6 of 21 in that first half, including just 2 field goals in the second quarter alone. As Stanley County hitting on 2 of 5 from long range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Stanley County led in scoring by Carly Leafgreen with 6 points. Tatum Bush next in line with 4 as she's hit a 3-pointer. Cedar Scott has a 3-pointer as well. For her 3 points, Jordan Sosa and Taylor Stroop with 2 points apiece for the Lady Buffaloes. Stanley County with a slim 12-11 advantage on the rebounding end, 5-3 on the offensive side of things as well. Carly Leafgreen leading the way with 6 rebounds in the first half for Stanley County. And Marvine Ross with 3 for Crow Creek among the leaders for the Lady Chieftains. As a lot of people are getting in the mix there. Lady Buffaloes have turned it over 9 times compared to 4 for Crow Creek, and the Lady Chieftains with an 8-3 advantage in the assist column, moving the basketball well. And again, that's just moving it around the perimeter, setting up open looks, things like that, and also working the transition to a much better effort here tonight as well. 43-17, Crow Creek with the lead at the half. Our CHS halftime break continues after another 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the Region 6A on KGFX.
When it comes to protecting your diesel engines, we're with you. Less downtime and injector repairs, we're with you. Better fuel economy and power, we're with you there too. With Cenex Fuels from CHS Midwest Cooperative. And whether you're running a fleet or a farm, you'll get unbeatable performance from our unique balance of 7 top quality additives. Looking for tank monitoring so you don't have to worry about running out? Well, we're with you there too. So upgrade to Cenex Premium Diesel from CHS Midwest Cooperative today.
When you're headed down the road on highways 34 and 47, be sure to stop into Mac's Corner near Stefan. Mac's Corner is your one-stop store with Poppin' Snacks in the convenience store. Groceries for home, or you can fill up your tank at the gas pumps with 24-hour gas service. Mac's Corner also handles veterinary supplies, Pioneer brand seed. They carry a full line of fencing material, plus Gallagher electric fence supplies. Mac's Corner. Find them at the corner of highways 34 and 47 near Stefan.
Everyone has a reason for choosing their lender. And if you're in the business of agriculture, you'll find more reasons for choosing Farm Credit Services of America. Along with attractive rates and convenient services, we offer unsurpassed expertise. We also deliver cash-back dividends. No other lender gives back to its customer owners like we do. We are Farm Credit Services of America. Agriculture works here.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back at Crow Creek High School, 43-17, the second seed Lady Chieftains leading the number 7 seed Stanley County Lady Buffaloes on KPLO, and Star 99 on the Dakota Radio Group. Number 4 Chamberlain is leading the number 5 seed Mobridge Pollock 39-21. They are at the half as well. And again, Crow Creek and Stanley County, the winner of this one, if it is Crow Creek, as it certainly appears that it could be, the 26-point halftime lead, they would host the winner of the 3-6 contest, which is number 3 Cheyenne Eagle Butte hosting McLaughlin here in Region 6A. If Stanley County should come back to win this, they would go to the winner of that game on Thursday night, and the Sodak 16 games would be played the following week. The 4-5 game again with Chamberlain and Mobridge Pollock. The winner of that game will go to Miller, who is the top seed and gets the night off here. That game will be on Thursday night, and certainly if Chamberlain wins that game, that would be on KPLO FM on Thursday night. The boys will get started tomorrow night. The Stanley County Buffaloes are the 5 seed in Region 6A, as they struggled down the stretch a little bit, including against the Miller Rustlers 1 week ago tonight. And that'll be a rematch of that game for the first round of the Region 6A boys basketball tournament. We'll have that game for you on KGFX tomorrow night from the Miller Armory on the air at about 6:40. And a 7 o'clock opening tip. Meanwhile, the Chamberlain Cubs, the number 2 seed, I believe, in that tournament, will entertain the number 7 seed McLaughlin Mustangs, and that'll be on KPLO tomorrow as well. So another double dose of Region 6A basketball, actually a triple header if you include the Mobridge Pollock game. Mobridge Pollock will take on Cheyenne Eagle Butte. 2 teams that are going to renew acquaintances once again I think they played twice down the stretch to end the season, unless one of them was weathered out. But that game will be on Star 99 up north tomorrow night as well, as the Region 6A boys basketball tournament gets going tomorrow night on the stations of the Dakota Radio Group. Live stream up and running in our game here. Subscribe to the KGFX channel, KGFX 1060 at youtube.com. You'll be able to see this game as well as hear it on our YouTube channel. And these all of our game broadcasts are also available for rebroadcast or replay via the archive. That is youtube.com. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Jeff Duncan back in studio, doing a great job as always all season long. Glad to have you back there, Jeff. Thanks for the scoring updates as well. Lady Buffaloes will come out with their starting five. We presume Crow Creek will as well. Lady Chieftains lead 43-17, Stanley County. We will switch directions. Crow Creek will have the first possession of the second half, and the Lady Chieftains in home white will move from left to right. Stanley County from right to left. Lady Chieftains with Rosie Drapo, Sarah Hunter, Audrey, actually not Audrey, but Natila Hislaw starting the second half. Here is Rosie into Marvine Reese, and also Cheney Hall, who gets bumped by Jordan Sosa in the act of shooting. Will go to the free throw line. First foul of the second half goes to Jordan Sosa, her second personal foul. So 16 seconds in, and to the free throw line we go. First of two is good for Cheney Hall, who has a game-high 13 points. Leader of three double-figure scorers for the Lady Chieftains in that first half. Second free throw is also good. Crow Creek doing a nice job from the line so far tonight. They're 8 out of 11 with those two attempts good for Cheney Hall. 45-17, Stanley County on their first possession of half number two. Again, moving from right to left, Cedar Scott with Jada Tibbs, Carly Leafgreen, Jordan Sosa, and Taylor Stroop. Sosa in place of Tatum Bush. Here's a steal for Marvine Reese inside, tipping it away and saving it into the hands of a teammate. And up with it on the scoop, no good by Hislaw, but she gets her own rebound. Now the kick out, and Cheney Hall will hit a three. Well, that doesn't happen if it isn't for the offensive rebound and a good hustle play for Natila Hislaw. The lead up to 31 now, and we've hit our 30-point mercy rule here in Class A basketball. Clock will run continuously. Here's a Jada Tibbs pass. It was a little tentative, and it's taken away by Rosie Drapo, but Rosie unable to hit on the other end. Cedar Scott with the rebound now, and the Lady Buffs will head the other way again. No harm, no foul, as it turns out. Here's a three for the Lady Buffaloes. Scott unable to hit from the right side. She hit one earlier tonight. Hall with the rebound. Lady Chieftains are back on the attack again. Ross inside and then bounces it at the feet of Natila Hislaw. It'll go out of bounds in the corner to our right. Tatum Bush checking in for Stanley County. Jordan Sosa out, 48-17. A 5-0 start for Crow Creek here in the second half. 2 minutes gone by in the quarter. And a timeout will be called here by Adam Dannenbring and the Lady Buffaloes. 30-second break here with 5:54 to go in the third. Lady Buffaloes down 48-17 on KGFX.
Have you seen all the changes at Lynn's Dakota Mart and Pier? Yeah, they've done a lot. The entire store is remodeled. Every department from grocery to sporting goods is fresh and updated and stocked with the best quality at great value. They even have a Caribou coffee station. This week, they are featuring Hunt's Ketchup 24-ounce bottle, 99 cents, and Campbell's tomato or chicken noodle soup, 79 cents each. Lynn's Dakota Mart, your hometown neighborhood market.
High school postseason basketball underway for Class A schools. Of course, Class B girls got underway last week. And the Sodak 16 games are all set for Class B. They'll be playing those this Thursday and the week ahead. Not a lot of Central South Dakota presence in the Sodak 16, but teams like Faulkton area are in. White River will actually take on New Underwood, two teams out of Region 7B in their Region 6A, or I should say the Sodak 16 contest. That'll be in Phillip next Thursday. Stanley County out of the timeout. Mishandles a pass. It'll go out of bounds at half court. Crow Creek will get to Crow Creek will take the basketball back. Substitution will come in. Adriana Scott for the first time. And Sarah Hunter will inbound to Scott. She'll get it back, and 3 minutes are gone by. 5 to go. Here's a pass through the hands of Marvine Ross, and out of bounds. It'll give it back to Stanley County. So White River and New Underwood, both out of Region 7B. Here's a kick of the basketball. The Region 2B entrants are Ipswich and Faulkton area. Ipswich beat Sully Buttes by 1 point, 42-41. In their region semifinal last week. Takeaway here by Crow Creek once again. Stanley County has yet to score in the first 3.5 minutes here of the second half. Marvine Ross will pop one from the right elbow. 15-footers up and good for Crow Creek. They've hit the 50 spot. 50-17 our score. And again, we are in a continuously running clock here in Stefan. With Crow Creek up by 30 plus, another entry pass that's tipped and taken away. Hunter gets a hand on it. 12 turnovers by the Lady Buffaloes, 3 of them since halftime. Entry pass here taken away by Carly Leafgreen. There's a number 12 on the floor, but I believe instead of 12, it is supposed to be. I think it's Rosie Droppo. Here's a foul from behind on Tatum Bush. Tatum will go to the free throw line. For some reason, maybe a jersey malfunction. Or one of the Lady Chieftains. Bush at the free throw line. Adriana Scott with a foul from behind. Tatum's second trip to the free throw line. The first attempt is up and good. And subs will come in. Natila Hislaw will check in for Adriana Scott. First point, by the way, for the Lady Buffs here in the second half. 3:32 to go in the third period. And Bush will get the second free throw to go. She's 3 out of 4 tonight. Has 6 points. 3 from the line, 3 from the floor. 50-19 our score. Shot comes to Droppo over on the near side. Back up top, Hunter hesitates, puts it on the floor and down to the corner. 3 balls off the side of the backboard and out of bounds for Jamisha Pure, rather. A 5'8", 8th grader in for the first time. So out of bounds it'll go, and the Lady Buffs will take over. At even 3 minutes to play and counting down third quarter. Into the postseason, obviously, when teams who come up short will have their seasons come to an end. Lady Buffalo is one of those teams that have tried to show a measure of success by just improving from one game to the next. Sometimes they've had good improvement, but it hasn't worked out maybe in continuing. Here's Carly O'Connor for 3 off of a miss by Tatum Bush. Chieftains quickly up the floor, and Sarah Hunter drives from the right side. And the shot is up and good. 52-19. Lady Chieftains well out in front here. Trying to hone their skills here and become a more well-oiled machine as they'll continue into the postseason. Bush, shot interrupted. Up the floor it'll go as it's taken away. And into the middle of the lane, and a traveling violation called on his log. So Crow Creek will get some new people in here. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for people to play some quality minutes for the Lady Chieftains here, and they may need those. They don't have a big, deep bench. As Marvine Ross checks in, Cheney Hall will come in to provide the leadership along with Audrey Droppo. Rosie Droppo is wearing number 12 instead of number 4 now, I'm assuming. Here's Leaf Green up inside the right elbow. No good, and a nice rebound by Josie Lee Pease. Pease in there, a sophomore. There's a Hunter 3. That's off the mark, no good. There's Pease with another rebound to keep it alive for the Lady Chieftains. Outside this time, Hall for 3, no good. In and out as it rattled halfway down and came back out. Leaf Green with the rebound this time. Lady Buffaloes get it inside. Tibbs unable to hit. Sosa can't get one, but Leaf Green will from 10 feet out. Couple of keep alives there for the Lady Buffaloes and their first field goal of the second half. 52-21. And underneath the basket, out of bounds it'll go, but it'll stay with Crow Creek as Pease hit the deck. Clock does run with that out of bounds play though. And the inbound comes from Rosie Droppo. She will find Hunter on the drive down the lane, no good. Got her own rebound, and the putback is up and good for 2. Sarah Hunter keeping it alive. 5 seconds to go. Stroop getting her pocket picked, and oh my goodness, picking it up and just a backwards attempt by Rosie Droppo, and she almost banked it in. 54-21 will be our score going to the fourth quarter on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Crow Creek well out in front as they look to advance here in the Region 6A. A 60-second break, quarter number 4 coming up next. You're listening to the Region 6A Girls Tournament on KGFX.
At Dakota Mac, we know that farming requires you to give just a little more of yourself. Your days are a little longer, the stakes are a little higher. You've got to dig a little deeper. You're not just working your land, you're working your legacy. So let's work together. Visit dakotamac.com. Equal housing lender.
The Stanley County Booster Club provides financial support to all students and teachers of Stanley County through their Wish List program. Over the past 10 years, they have given back over $115,000. They support all areas, including academic, athletic, the arts, and technology. These funds are mostly raised through operating the concession stand, and you don't have to be a member to lend a hand. Your help would be greatly appreciated. Find information on their Facebook page. The Stanley County Booster Club, proud to be SC.
Back at Stefan, we go to the fourth quarter, covering the Region 6A Girls Basketball Tournament. Stanley County and Crow Creek on 1060 KGFX Pier Ford Pier. A member of the Dakota Radio Group, 107.1 FM as well. DRGnews.com and live stream available on YouTube.com. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Lady Buffaloes start with the first possession of the second half as Taylor Stroop finds Carly Leaf Green all alone. Somebody lost Leaf Green underneath the basket. It is 54-23. Lady Chieftains with a 31-point lead. And again, the clock running continuously here in the second half. Hunter quickly zips one in, and another pass from Hall to Ross, up and in for 2. Crow Creek certainly shows that they've got some pretty good chemistry here with their starting 5 on the floor. Stroop with a ball fake, but then a lob pass to the near side over the head of Jada Tibbs and out of bounds. And again, with out of bounds plays and things like that, the clock will stop when free throws are being attempted, but otherwise, other than timeouts and quarter breaks, it does continuously run. Here is Droppo for three. Rosie no good. Good position underneath, and the shot up and in for Rosie Droppo, who is fouled from behind by Carly O'Connor. So Rosie for two and a chance for one more to finish a three-point play. Carly O'Connor's first personal foul. That is just the second team foul for Stanley County in the second half. Droppo hits the three, or the free throw. And the updated score, 59-23. Crow Creek, who won the first meeting 80-31. Looking to make this one a similar output. Here's Tibbs. Nice receive by Stroop, getting up high in the corner, gives it back to Bush. She'll fire a three, but miss. Down into the hands of Audrey Droppo. Shot for three this time, no good. And Bush with the rebound. Lady Buffaloes right to left, and Sosa tried to get another pass into Leaf Green, but they'll lose that one out of bounds. So the Lady Buffaloes just continue to be plagued by some of the things that have plagued them all season long, inability to maintain possessions. 15 turnovers so far here in this one. Marvine Ross gets it to Sarah Hunter, brings it back out top, quickly turns, feeds underneath. The three ball in the corner is no good. Tibbs with a long rebound. She wants to go the distance, and Marvine Ross just waited her turn to swat that one away. With a vengeance, I might add. It was a well-timed block. Marvine Ross just saw it coming all the way. Timeout on the floor with 5:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. All Crow Creek, they lead the Lady Buffaloes 59-23. We'll take a 60-second break, and we're back with more of the Region 6A on KGFX.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home and devices back from their potential? Venture Communications is ready to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
McDonald's in Pierre is hiring. This is Stacy Lee, the general manager of the Pierre McDonald's. We are offering flexible scheduling, advancement opportunities, along with great wages. McDonald's in Pierre wants you. McDonald's in Pierre is looking to add more talent starting at $10 an hour. Plus, McDonald's Archways to Opportunity provides eligible employees online program to get your high school diploma for free. Tuition assistance up to $3,000 a year and scholarships. Apply online at mcdonalds.com/careers or stop in at McDonald's in Pierre.
Welcome back to Stefan. Crow Creek High School, 5 minutes to play in this one. Crow Creek leading 59-23. Lady Buffaloes coming out of the timeout. Their fourth out of five allotted. Penetration for Taylor Stroop. Kick back, and Cedar Scott tries a three, but missing everything on that one, and Crow Creek will take over. Crow Creek will win this one. They'll advance to 12-8 on the season, and they will host the winner of the 3-6 game, which is Cheyenne Eagle Butte and McLaughlin, going on in Eagle Butte tonight. Ross puts one through the hands of Droppo. Out of bounds it'll go. 10th turnover by the Lady Chieftains, but they are playing a comfortable game and having a good time doing it. 4:15 to play. Here's Leaf Green. Underneath, nice pass to Sosa. Jordan unable to get the finish, but a foul will be called. Much to the surprise of Rosie Droppo, and Rosie called for her first. That's only the second team foul for the Lady Chieftains here in the second half, too. A quick moving half with the continually running clock. Sosa to shoot a pair, does not get the roll on the first one. Jordan with 2 points in the game. Natila, his law comes in. Josie P is also in for the Lady Chieftains. Second free throw will not get the roll. It thought about it, but came back out. Marvin Ross down with the rebound. And Crow Creek will set things up. Ross waiting her time, taking her time out near half court. Inside to Cheney Hall. Quick kick out, and the three balls up and good for Sarah Hunter. It's just that easy. One pass inside, another one kicked out. The three ball hit by the Lady Chieftains, who lead by 39. Bush finds Sosa inside. Leaf Green with an offensive rebound. And sent to the floor on a foul by Marvin Ross. Leaf Green with another rebound, though. I've got her with 9 unofficially in this game. Play like that ought to put Carly Leaf Green at least on the all-conference team. And the Big Dakota first free throw here up no good. As that one rims in and out. 3:38 with the clock stopped while free throws are being attempted here. 3:38 left to play. Second free throw good for Carly Leaf Green. Carly with 11 in the game, 62-24. Lady Buffalo season going to come to an end, though, with a record of 2-18. But still a young team and looking to improve hopefully next year. And see if they can get some off-season things worked on. Here's a long two rather for Pease. Up no good. Tatum Bush with the rebound. And the Lady Buffs get it going the other way, right to left. Just outside of 3 minutes to play in this one. Sosa back to the cutter. Leaf Green puts it up and in for 2. 62-26. Crow Creek still with it. Ross almost faked her own team out here. Starts right, comes back to the left, and the zip pass inside to Hislaw is led a little too far and out of bounds. New people in for the Lady Chieftains. Josie Pease will check out along with Natila Hislaw. Also coming in are Logan Lawrence, a 5'7" junior for the first time tonight, and number 20, Renessa Sazu. Lady Buffalo's back on offense with 2:20 to go. Here's Bush firing a three and just off the mark, no good. Rebound is tipped. Bush fell down, but into the hands of Cheney Hall. Now up the floor, and the scoop no good for Hunter. And Adam Dannenbring will go on a 5-for-5 swap here with 2 minutes to play. So a hard-working crew. Obviously things haven't gone well, but it's not for a lack of trying, for working hard for the Lady Buffaloes. I'll tell you who's in. Candace Hand is in for the second time. Here's a three-pointer for Renessa Sazu. And with a minute and a half to play, Crow Creek leads 65-26. Sazu comes right back, gets a steal, pushes it ahead. Sarah Hunter for 2, no good. Ross will get an offensive rebound. And she'll slow it up and take it back outside. Sazu wants another one. Not this time, though. And the rebound is down to the Lady Buffaloes. Elle Holly, the 5'3" sophomore. Holly with it, kicks it out, and a three ball this time off the mark, no good. It'll ricochet out of bounds off the Lady Buffaloes. The miss by Shaylee Topol. Kennedy Summers, a 5'5" junior, is in for Stanley County. Liz Duffy, 5'10" junior. Along with, here's Marvin Ross checking out for the final time in this one. Crow Creek will host on Tuesday either Eagle Butte or McLaughlin. Another pass out of bounds. Stanley County will get one more possession here with 15 seconds to play. Topol to inbound. Across the way to Hand, out of bounds. Actually, it's off of Stanley County. They won't, Crow Creek won't have to inbound. Is our final score. will be in the books here. And on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, your final score, Crow Creek 65, Stanley County 26. Wagner Auto Company of Pierre with the one place to go. And the scoreboard. So Stanley County season coming to an end, and as mentioned, Crow Creek will host either Shining Butte or McLaughlin on Thursday night, 7 o'clock, right here in Stefan. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll come back, give you the post game, including our Bauman Lumber player of the game. And we'll take a look at the other game going on that we have on the Dakota Radio Group as well. All that and more coming up. You're listening to high school basketball Region 6A girls tournament action on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects, and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
At Dakota Mac, we know that farming requires you to give just a little more of yourself. Your days are a little longer, the stakes are a little higher. You've got to dig a little deeper. You're not just working your land, you're working your legacy. So let's work together. Visit dakotamac.com, equal housing lender.
There is a reason they call it Champs Chicken. It knocks out the competition hands down. Stop by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre and pick up a 12-piece bucket of Champs Chicken for just $17.99. Cowboy Country Stores features pizza, appetizers, coffees, cappuccino, and lattes. Cowboy Country Stores on Harrison and in Fort Pierre serve breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Eggs, omelets, breakfast meats and toast, breakfast pizzas. Right now, sausage, ham, or bacon croissants are 2 for $5. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in South Dakota. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, the Crow Creek Lady Chieftains got things going well in that first half and opened up a 43-17 halftime lead. They cruise in the second half once the clock gets going in continual mode with the 30-point mercy rule. They outscored the Lady Buffaloes 11-4 in the third period, 11-5 in the fourth, and they win this one going away 65-26 as the Lady Chieftains off of a 15 of 29 effort on the floor in the first half go 8 of 19 in the second half, and a really nice 23 out of 48 on the ball game. They hit 9 threes in this game and 21 tries as well, and they'll go also 9 of 12 from the free throw line. 4 double-figure scores led by Cheney Hall with 17 points. Marvine Ross next in line with 15. Sarah Hunter checks in with 14. And then Audrey Droppo with a good 10-point effort tonight as well. Rosie Droppo will finish with 6. And off the bench, Ronessa Scott will put a three-pointer down late in the game. For the Lady Buffaloes, just 3 of 15 on the floor in that second half. They'll hit 9 out of 36 on the game, only 2 out of 12 from long range. 6 of 10 from freebie land. Carly Leafgreen will lead the way with 13 points. And Tatum Bush next in line with 6. Cedar Scott with a three-pointer down. Taylor Stroop with 2. Jordan Sosa with 2 points as well for Stanley County, who have 26 on the board. 65-26 the final in this one. Both teams with 20 rebounds, with Stanley County with a 9-7 advantage on the offensive glass. Lady Buffs do turn it over 15 times compared to 12 for Crow Creek, but Crow Creek with a 12-5 advantage in the assist column, moving the basketball pretty well tonight as they win this one 65-26. So the Lady Buffalo season will come to an end, 2-18 on the year, but not as well. Cedar Scott, the only senior on the squad, so a lot of youth coming back, but again, get these girls in the gym and get them playing together a little bit, and hopefully we'll see some marked improvement next year. And I think the Lady Buffaloes are certainly capable of doing that. And Adam Dannenbring and Ryan Royer and company will do what they can to try them heading and get them heading in the right direction. Crow Creek's got more to play for, though. The 3 seniors that they have on this starting lineup and a couple of freshmen, so a mix of youth and experience. And they look like a well-oiled machine tonight, though. They'll, again, either host Cheyenne Eagle Butte or McLaughlin, whoever wins that game going on tonight in Eagle Butte. That'll be Thursday night, and then the Sodax 16, should they get past that game, would be next week sometime. We wish the best of luck to Crow Creek the rest of the way through the Region 6A tournament. Got a player of the game to announce here. Player of the game sponsored by Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. We got some people to choose from the Lady Chieftains, and we'll tell you who tonight's player of the game will be after you hear this from Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials at affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road in Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Bauman Lumber sponsoring player of the game on KGFX. And for the Lady Buffaloes, give the nod to Carly Leafgreen again at 13 points. Tatum Bush did a pretty good job tonight with 6 points as well, but the Lady Buffaloes just could not find enough offense here this evening as they put just 26 on the board, and only 9 of those in the second half. Crow Creek, though, with 4 players in double figures, and again, a lot of people played well tonight. Audrey Droppo with 10 points, including 3 threes. You get Sarah Hunter, who had a very consistent game, 7 points in the first half, 7 in the second half. Cheney Hall got things going early as well with 17 points, but I just felt like the best all-around game was played tonight by Marvine Ross, the 5'9 senior. She'll finish with 15 points, but had 5 rebounds and about that many assists as well. And I've even got her with 3 steals, and there are just stats all over the place for Marvine Ross, the 5'9 senior, and one of the obvious leaders on this Crow Creek squad as Crow Creek will move on thanks to the help of Marvine Ross, tonight's Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll get Marvine a T-shirt from Bauman Lumber and KGFX Sports noting her accomplishments. And again, good luck to the Lady Chieftains on Thursday night when they play the Region 6A semifinal. Get by that one, and then you've got a Sodax 16 game, which is all that stands between you and a trip to the State A girls basketball tournament. As Crow Creek wins it tonight, 65-26. The other game on KPLO in Region 6A has Chamberlain leading Mobridge Pollock at the end of the third quarter, 56-32. Feel free to tune into that one as we close out our broadcast here. And again, the continuously running clock helps things move along a little more swiftly in the second half as Crow Creek defeats Stanley County tonight. Don't forget, on your way to and from the games, on your way home, or anywhere else this winter driving season, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you that snow means slow. And please drive for the conditions and buckle up every trip, every time. Reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Jeff Duncan has been in studio tonight. Don't forget, Stanley County Miller boys basketball game coming up tomorrow here on KGFX. We'll be on the air at about 6:40 with the pregame and a 7 o'clock tip from the Miller Armory as the number 4 seed Miller Rustlers entertain the number 5 seed Stanley County Buffaloes. Hope you can join us for that. And if the Buffs, or, well, we may have Friday action coming up as well. If Stanley County should happen to win that game, we'll have Stanley County boys basketball for the region semifinal as well coming up here on Friday, 1060 KGFX. Our coverage of Stanley County Crow Creek Region 6A basketball has been made possible tonight with announcements from the South Dakota High School Activities Association, also by Venture Communications and Max Corner, that is, Farm Credit Services of America, the Stanley County Booster Club, Cowboy Country Stores, First Dakota National Bank, McDonald's, and Avera's St. Mary's Hospital and Pier. Also brought to you in part by Bank West, Fisher Rounds and Associates, and Oahe Federal Credit Union in Pier. Tonight's game has been brought to you within the broadcast by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, the Boyd Consemius Agency, Teton River Traders Gun Shop, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Lynn's Dakota Mart, CHS Midwest Cooperatives, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto in Pierre, the one place to go, South Dakota's oldest family-owned auto dealership. Your final Wagner Auto scoreboard, Crow Creek 65, Stanley County 26. I'm Brian Oakland for KGFX Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night from the Miller Armory for more Region 6A boys basketball here on 1060 KGFX.